Now this is going to be about as raw as it gets. You've just done 3 reps with dumbbell flies, right? Incline flies.
Yeah.
And I've told you to stop and put it back on your knees.
Yeah.
The reason why is I'm going to give a demonstration using you on how you can hit all 3 parts of your pec, because your pec is made up of 3 parts in 1 set.
Okay.
Which is the way I like to train.
Okay.
Above all, doing that on at least 1 exercise, or at least 2 sets on 1 exercise, will warm your chest up for the rest of the fucking workout.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. So do 3 reps how you would normally do, how you just did. Now you've got your decline, you've got your middle, and you've got your upper chest, your incline. Now, how Winston is doing it here is fucking textbook. What a lot of people do is they bounce the weight. What you do is you take the momentum out of the rep, right? Yeah. Squeezing them together. What that's doing, that's putting more tension on the muscle that you're working. What people tend to do when the weight is too much for them, or their ego takes over, is yes, they're doing a full stretch, but they're bouncing the rep, going straight in, bouncing the rep. What they're not doing is they're not contracting the muscle.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big fucking difference.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to contract the muscle, but hit all 3 parts of the muscle, all in 1 set.
Okay.
Now that's quite a heavy weight now, because you've done quite a lot on that weight, as I've been talking, and of course before, right? So what we're going to do is I'm only going to get you to do 3 reps on each.
Okay.
So if you just put the weight down a second, and I want you guys and girls at home to do this, that are going to find this interesting, that are going to try this exercise. Pretend you're holding the weight in your wrist, right? Bring them together. Stop there. Now make a V shape. So you're going to So you're going to make a V shape with the dumbbells, the imaginary dumbbells. There you go. Okay. That's how you're going to be for the first one. Okay. What that's doing
through the
is watch this. So straighten the dumbbells up like you're holding 2 dumbbells. Yeah. Bring them together and contract them like you would do normally. Bring them together. So you're touching the dumbbells. Yeah. Okay. So your chest is tensed, right? Yeah. What you're working there is the middle part of the chest. Obviously depending on the angle, but the middle part of your chest. But even on an incline, you can still hit all 3 parts. Okay. Me personally, whenever I do flies or whether I do pressing, I always like to do incline. Unless I'm doing, when I'm doing dumbbells rather, I always like to do incline, because incline is a lot harder. Yeah. Whereas when I'm doing barbell pressing, I always prefer to use the flat bench. Okay. Okay. And then I might add another pressing in where I might do incline with barbell. Anyway, hold it, squeeze. So you're hitting primarily the middle part of your chest, right? Feel that. Now, look in the mirror, right? And turn. There you go. You'll be able to see it as he turns his wrist, and you'll be able to see his chest. Now make a V shape. There you go. Can you see the contraction of the lower, right? Now, the lower part of the chest. Now, straighten them again. Now what I want you to do is make an upside down V shape with a dumbbell. There we go. See how you're now contracting the top part of your chest.
What the fuck is that?
Right, can you see it? So now, straighten your arms up. There we go, see? You're contracting, you can contract the muscle, you can contract whichever part of the muscle you want to concentrate on, you want to train the most.
I'm glad that, genuinely, I'm glad that you
if
said
that
about,
makes sense.
I'm glad that you said about letting your ego go, because I've been in and out the gym for donkey's years, I never realised this. This is fantastic for me. Genuinely.
This is bodybuilding. This is how you shape a physique. This is how you do it. Now imagine training like that day in, day out, and then of course training like that day in, day out throughout your 16-week prep whilst dieting. This is how you shape the muscle, and this is the exciting thing about bodybuilding. I mean, listen, I'm fucking passionate about bodybuilding. A lot of people say, listen, you turn your fucking back on the bodybuilding industry the moment your social media kicked off. No, I just don't entertain the bodybuilding fitness industry because I don't like any cunt in it. Or most cunts in it. Don't like them because they're fake. And one of the biggest figureheads of my life, our life, who was a great bodybuilder and still now has a fantastic physique, who we learnt off, he can't stand anyone in it either.
One of the most beautiful guys on the planet, in my opinion. I learned
And he is how he is because he got himself out of that industry. And those of you that are wanting to get into the industry, listen, you will find out what we're talking about after a year or so just being in the industry. But we're not talking about the fucking industry. We're talking about building a physique. And the love for bodybuilding will never leave me. I just love the way it feels. I love the pump. I like showing people. I like educating people, especially now with social media, because I believe it's a great platform to be able to educate people. Okay, so let's get the 15s, as you were. So now you know what you're doing. We're going to go straight into it, and I want you to get the dumbbells, get up, and touch the dumbbells together first off, without twisting any part of the wrist. Let's go. We're just going to do 3 on each. Okay. So you notice he keeps his arms bent at all times. Now do a V shape with the dumbbells.
Okay, this way.
A V shape there. That's how you want to be. Right? Now just do 3 reps. We're keeping that V shape. So what he's doing, he's still going to touch the dumbbells together, but just the 2 ends. 1, again. 2. 1 more. 3. Now put them together, both of them. Now, go on. Touch them together, both ends, 1, 2, and again. Perfect, that is a perfect stretch. Now what we're going to do is an upside down V, there we go. Now we're going to hit the top chest. 1, keep this, there we go, the same principle, same momentum. 1 more, squeeze. Right? Right? Okay. So Winston, that was just 3 reps on each position. Yeah?
Yeah.
And did you feel it hit
Each part. Each part.
individually, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is why.
Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something else. All I want you to do now is get the 12s. That was the 15s.
Yeah.
So these are the 12s. And all I want you to do
12 and a half. 12 and a half.
12 and a half.
Don't forget the half.
All I'm going to, in fact, no we're not, we're going to do the 10s. All I want you to do is 2 reps, normal, flat.
Okay.
2 reps,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to get you to do 3, just 3 more reps how I want you to do it, and you will feel a burn on your chest you've never felt before. And I'm going to explain it now before we do it. I trained, actually no, let's say I trained with Phil Heath. Phil Heath trained with me once.
Nice.
True story. Came to my gym to train with me. We were chatting before the session. I was watching a documentary, and it was on Special Forces. I think it was on one of the Sky documentaries, right? Like History Channel. And they were talking about what's fiction in films and what's reality. Now, when people go up, let's point to this, in films, like for instance Expendables, to cut a soldier's throat from behind,
yeah.
They lift their head up and cut the throat.
Yeah.
In reality, that's actually near enough impossible to do, because there's muscles there that you stretch and they protect the jugular. So actually, they use the Israeli Special Forces. They have a tactic. When they come in, they push the head down, bang, straight in, knife going straight through. And the legs just give way, and you're gone. Silent. Right, but there is a point to this. They showed you then a diagram of the muscles working and how they stretch. I wonder if that works. So I tried it on pec deck. As I'm repping, stop, just stop. Head up against the pad, yeah, like you would do normally.
Yeah.
Now, put your chin up and hold that position.
Okay.
You will feel something you've never. But I don't want you to do that now. I just want you to do 2 reps, just 2 reps on 10 kilos. Phil Heath does this now, and I showed him. True story. Let's go. Fuck knows how many times he's won the Olympia, but the best time he won the Olympia must have been that time I showed him.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, so watch this. I want you to do 3 reps. No, sorry, 2 reps. 1, 2. Right? Now what I'm going to do is put your chin, no higher than that, chin right up. Right? Now, do 3 reps. And his chin is going to fight me, but I'm going to keep his jaw there. Don't fight me with your chin. There we go. 1. Okay, just try 2 reps then. Up, chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up. Squeeze.
One more. Let me get that last one.
Come on then. Up, chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up. There we go.
don't like that at all.
You don't like it?
No, I thought you loved your fucking team.
Now tell me how that felt. And tell me where you felt it.
This, sorry, pointing on you, because I haven't got this side right there for me. Right there is where I felt it most, and coming up here, but there is where I felt it, right at the top.
Mad, isn't it?
Horrible. Horrible.
Mad. Now you try that on a pec deck. A pec deck only moves one way, right?
Yeah.
No, you can use it in so many different ways. You can do a set with your head against the pan. You can do a set with your chin up. You can do a set, chin up, partial movements, but control partial movements. There are so many different ways that you can add more strain to the muscle, isolate the muscle, so and that is what's going to make a difference.
Here's me going to sound naive, but here's me getting rid of the ego. Completely gone. So this may sound like a stupid question. I'm buffering this so you don't think, what a cock, but I hear this bit with that will put your head back. What about the reverse if you put your head down and do it?
No, it's easier.
If that makes it life easier. Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Because you're not straining the muscle as much.
Okay.
Right, that's where you're stretching the muscle. To build a physique, you've got to stretch the fascia, stretch the muscle, and you've got to stretch the muscle fibres. Yeah? You've got to pump as much blood into the area as possible.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to make a decision. Which would you prefer? Would you prefer to throw the heaviest weights around in the gym? And I emphasise throw, not control, because that's what a lot of them do.
Yeah.
Throw the heaviest weights around in the gym.
Yeah.
Right? Or would you prefer to have one of the best physiques in the gym?
So big difference between weightlifting and bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Massive fucking difference.
Yes.
And a lot of people even now still don't get bodybuilding. They still think it's about how much gear you put in your system. Yeah, I take gear. Yeah, of course, if you're going to be a competitive bodybuilder, you need it. Unfortunately, it's the devil of the sport.
Yeah.
But the gear does not replace, it is not a substitute for food. It is not a substitute for training. And the most important thing is, you need to remember, it's not a substitute for fucking genetics.
Absolutely.
Not everybody can be a top class bodybuilder. Not even fucking me.
No, I get it.
People say, oh, you could have been pro. I couldn't have. And even if I did become a pro, I know I would have been a shit pro. So that's where I've got to be real with myself. Would I rather be a great amateur or a shit pro? You can still make a name for yourself. I've proved that by being a great amateur.
Yeah. But you look at people like Lee.
Right, I could never be a Lee Priest. But when it came to amateur, I still competed in the IFBB. I still competed on the Arnold Classic. I was still the youngest ever athlete to place the highest out of any British athlete in the IFBB.
Do you know how fucking mad it is to hear all this and learn all this now about here?
Yep.
But equally, just saying to you, look at Lee. Because I've met and now I feel I know Lee Priest.
Yeah.
That's fucking mad to me. And I'm for a minute, I'm forgetting about
that. I was a bit like that when I first met him.
He's so...
Spend a car journey with him. A car journey. You'd love to hate him.
Super intelligent.
Oh, and when we argue,
lovely fella.
He's got me arrested by forcing me to watch porn when driving.
I've got to say...
He made me run over a traffic warden down south somewhere. When I say made me, he made me. There's a lot of things.
Can I say
we
my
locked
favourite?
the keys in the Range Rover. There's me and him trying to smash the window of the Range Rover with a barbell.
My favourite is seeing, not this bit, but it was Lee's reaction. Seeing you getting taken away by the old Bill and Lee filmed it going, bye Aaron, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. You know when they say, don't ever meet your heroes, because you'll be disappointed.
Fucking great fella.
Well, he's
great
a fucking
fella.
prime example.
Great
anyway,
fella.
That's the top tip on chest. That's the top tip actually on how to build a physique for all the newbies out there. And I think they'll find this video helpful.
I hope so. I have. I didn't realise this.
And if you need a little bit of extra motivation, mentalhamster.com. Alpha A5s, bipolar, pre-workout. Fucking brilliant. That'll get you. That will just, don't take it after 6 p.m. Don't ever take it after 6 p.m.
What's that?
Bipolar.
Oh, no.
Or Alpha A5, something like that. Unless you work nights. If you do a night shift, hey, brilliant. Round the clock. Let's be honest, people on night shifts, they just don't sleep. Round the clock. You're keeping our industry, our country moving.
Absolutely.
Round the clock.
Absolutely.
Just keep buying. mentalhamster.com.
Fucking hell, my arm looks alright there. Just stay that angle, don't leave it.
If I go there, look at that. Look at that. Now,
What do you do that for? Can you tell the gear ain't on?
Oh.